Hello there. Um, the next video that I'll be uploading would depict about the flavor of tabla, and I made a few mistakes while recording the dialogues, and I have to correct that before I just upload the video. So basically, Zakir Hussain and Allah Rakha belongs to Punjab Gharana. They are not from Delhi Gharana, though they have learned in all different Gharanas, including Delhi Gharana, but basically they are from Punjab Gharana, and in the video I just recorded it by mistake as Delhi Gharana. So that's an error, and I wanted to make it clear before I upload the video. And the background music are some of the recordings which I did from the past, like in my childhood days. So there might be a few mistakes here and there. So please ignore them and just get into the flavor of the tabla. Thank you. Hello everyone, my name is Tamagna Ganguly and I'm here today to talk about tabla. I love playing on the tabla, and we'll talk about how tabla evolved, a little bit about the background of it, the theory and the different gharanas and the feel of the music basically. So to start with, tabla is a traditional form of Indian classical music, and as we know that most of the traditional forms of music are mostly verbal or oral. So when you have multiple theories that coexist with respect to the origin, we never know which theory to believe in. However, the most frequently populated theory that tells how tabla came into being traces itself back thousands of years back. In the court of the great emperor Akbar, centuries back, there was a battle of rhythm between two pakhwaj players. Pakhwaj is a horizontally played Indian classical drum, and it sounds a little bolder than tabla. So in the battle, at the end of the battle, one of the pakhwaj players realized that he is going to lose the battle. So out of frustration or anger, he banged the pakhwaj into the ground, and the pakhwaj broke into two parts. Later, when the battle was over, he picked up the broken parts together and tried to play on each. Surprisingly, it produced beautiful sound. So at that point of time, in Hindi or in Urdu, he uttered "Toot gaya, tab bhi bola." So "tab bhi bola, tab bhi bola, tab bhi bola, tab bhi bola, tab bhi bola tabla." So it's being heard that the word tabla came into picture from this incident. This is just a theory, and we can either believe in it or not. So let's keep that aside and let's move towards how the instrument sounds, the flavor of it, and how to understand the concepts that we play on the instrument. So whatever we play on the tabla is called as bol. It's the syllables that we play in the instrument are called as bol. For example, we play gintaram takati takati ghine nage dhine takati takati ghine nage dhine. तिक दिग दिना गिना धा धा तिरकड़ धा धा तिरकड़ धा धती धा गिना तुम धो देगा तक ता तिरकड़ तक धा तिरकड़ तक दिल तिरकड़ नक धा तिरकड़ नक तुम ना करना तक धा धिन्ना धती धा गिना तू ना करना धती धा गिना तू ना करने ती कर तक ती कर तक. So all these different sounds that we produce from the tabla, each of them has a different expression of its own, and each expression relates to an emotion of anger, or emotion of surprise, or emotion of happiness, sometimes an emotion of sadness, and many more. So combining these emotions together, we can think about playing something that tells you a story or an event or an incident that has happened, and that is how we try to express through the instrument. So that's my way of understanding the flavors that it plays. Now, getting back into the theory, tabla has different gharanas. So when we say the word gharana, it implies that how and what style originated from where. It's based on the place of origin. So we have Delhi gharana, we have Lucknow gharana, we have Farrukhabad gharana, we have many other gharanas. So we all know that Ustad Zakir Hussain and his father Ustad Allah Rakha and his ancestors all belong from Delhi gharana, which is considered as the oldest of all gharanas. And then I basically belong from Farrukhabad gharana. My Guruji, Mr. Piju Banerjee, is also from Farrukhabad gharana, and he has learned from Pandit Shankar Ghosh, who was an amazing tabla player, and we all know about him. And we also know about his son Vikram Ghosh, who has created several creative music. So we can deep dive into that, and we'll get to know more about it as we proceed in the journey. So keeping that aside, let's talk about what is being played in the tabla. So over all these years, people who played on the instrument, who thought about the instrument, they came across several hundreds of tals, and each tal has a particular set of beats being played. For example, if I am playing dadra, in the most simple form of it, it will be sounding like dha dhinna, na tinna, dha dhinna, na tinna. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's a 6-beat tal. If we are playing jhap tal, it's a 10-beat tal, wherein we play dhina, dhina, thuna, dhina. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1. So every tal repeats itself and stops back to 1. We all know teen tal is 16 beats, Teherba is 4 beats, and we have many more like that, hundreds of different tals. The rule that we follow in Indian classical music is when we are playing a particular tal, we need to start and end in the first beat of each tal. We'll deep dive into that, and we'll have a lot more to know when we actually start learning this instrument. And moreover, each tal is having different forms of expressions like Qaida, Rela, Tukra, Chakradar, Peshkar, Gath, and many more. So when we talk about the Qaida, the way I look at it, or when I was a child, when I heard different tabla players playing and demonstrating, I heard certain stories and the concept behind playing a qaida. So the thought process goes like this. Qaida is storytelling. So one of the qaidas that we very frequently play on the very basic qaidas, it's dhate te dha dhate te dhag thunna ke na tate te ta tate te dhag dhina ge. It's a qaida of tete. So the story is like when dhate te meets tete dhada, they go to a place called Thinagena. And when we play the qaida dhate te dhate dhage thunna ke na tate te dhage dhina ge dhate te dhate dhate. So the way we play it, it tells how they began the journey, how they spent time together, what happened in the journey, and how they came back, and all of that. It's like a storytelling basically. When you play a small piece of tukra or goth, it tells about an incident or a happening that happened yesterday, just before the park, early in the morning, something like that. So each pattern of or each set of bowl that we play on tabla represents different things. And being said that tabla is a very versatile instrument. If we combine all of these together, we can play tabla with Western jazz, with fusion music, with world music, and the most popularly tabla is played with Indian classical music, Bollywood music, and wherever. I mean, you can fit it in all different facets of music. When I look at the instrument, I find it, I have been with the tabla for more than 30 years now, and the way I experienced it, it's like, for me it's a form of meditation. When I play it all alone, when no one is around, I somehow find myself connecting to the outer world through this instrument. So it's a very amazing journey. If you like this demonstration, and if you feel like to be with me along this journey to explore more, you're most welcome, and we'll talk more about it as we move on. Thank you.